First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to this new edition of KPIT Sparkle 2022. And this edition has certain learnings from the last edition that we have. It was a virtual edition, and I would be taking you through the learnings as well, and would be telling you about more about what is in store. So. So there is a small lag which happens uh, during a live session, and I would request all of you to always be you may say alert on the slides that I'm referring to. Uh, so today we will be talking about, first thing is about a small piece about KPIT Technologies Limited, a little about KPIT Sparkle, which is an innovation platform, and why this is an innovation platform. A third important point that we have on the agenda is the assured framework for selecting ideas. Unless we tell you about the criteria that we use to select the ideas, it would be difficult for you to come up with those you may say that level of work. We also want to tell you more about product development using the technical readiness levels. So this is one very important topic. And the next thing that we want to tell you about is systematic innovation using TRIZ. And we will be talking a case study so that you get to know about what is TRIZ and how do we use TRIZ. Of course, there would be a question and answer session where you can actually chat with me. You can put your comments, and then we will be able to answer your questions. So, a little bit about KPIT Technologies Limited. Uh, we are around 6,000 engineers across the globe. We are headquartered in Hinjewadi, in Pune, and we have development centers across Europe, USA, Japan, China, and Thailand, along with India. So the picture on the right is our beautiful campus at Hinjewadi. And basically, I would also be telling you more about what we do. So we are into autonomous driving, as we are into connected vehicles. We are into powertrain, both electric as well as conventional powertrain. We are into AutoSAR, into mechatronics, and into vehicle diagnostics. So if you look into our DNA, basically we are not an IT company as such. We are more an automotive company, and we are bridging the gap between IT and automotive. So we work on stuff, softwares, platforms related to the automotive industry. So this is a brief information for the students who have joined in, the TPOs who have joined in, the professors who have joined in, and also the incubation centers who have joined in. So I'm very glad to know that we have a reach. And yesterday I came to know that we got even registrations from Jammu and Kashmir. So basically, we are throughout the map of India, and basically, uh, I feel that everyone should know about the company. Now, what is innovation? This is a very important question. If you look at what has happened right now, I would just say, look at the theme. Why we have selected mobility. Mobility is equivalent to freedom. If I say that, you would agree to it. now, because the pandemic has stopped everything. It has made the life come to a still. And now you know that freedom is also mobility, can be equated to mobility. So it is very important that you understand that mobility is a very important part of the mankind right now. And also energy is such a area which needs, you may say, we need to analyze how we are able to produce cleaner and greener energy. Otherwise, what would happen is similar to what uh, restrictions we are facing in mobility, we will have further restrictions in the area of energy that you'll come to know if a climate change happens. Now, with that, I would like to start on one topic, which is the core of this platform, which is innovation. Now, what is innovation? I'd start with that. What is innovation? This is a picture. You know about this. This is the recent news where Virgin Galactic has actually made a space flight, a flight to the space and back. Now think of this as an idea. What is innovation over here? If you look into this picture, you would come to know that innovation is an idea that has been transformed into a practical reality. It is an idea which has been transformed. For a business, this is a product, a process, or a business concept, or combination that have been activated in the marketplace, and it produces profits. So this is the actual definition of innovation. And the reason why I'm kind of telling you about innovation is because this platform is basically an innovation platform. And if I would say that the knowing about the KPIT Sparkle platform, it looks like a contest, but it is far more than a contest. It has opportunities. There are opportunities which are coming along with this platform, and this is about knowing the opportunities. Now, entrepreneurship is a big thing now. People have started looking at it as a alternate career option. And why not look at it at the initial stage? Because you have very less. And I will say that one more thing is which is important in entrepreneurship is about knowing what your limits are. How do you know the limits? Unless you test your hypothesis on a platform, you would never be able to understand what your limits are. So what you should be doing is you should be looking at KPIT Sparkle for two major opportunities. One is future entrepreneur, becoming a future entrepreneur. Second thing is if you want to get placed in KPIT. So what is this top 100 teams? I would definitely come to that point. Now, along with this, there are funding and incubation opportunities. We are connected with a whole ecosystem. In this webinar, you will be able to understand some of the teams which have got funding, how they have got funding, what they are at a certain stage, the continuous mentoring from the industry and academicians. So basically, you have you. It is not key. We are just asking you to build an idea on your own. We are saying that if your idea has logic, then we are going to support you with some mentors. Now, who are these people who get mentorship? I'll come to that. These are in the top 100. The top 100 teams get mentorship. So what is IP ownership? Intellectual property is one of the core areas of any academic and industry. You may say business. You may say field area where people want to have this IP ownership. Now, the reason why IP ownership is important is because once you own an IP, you are able to actually utilize the IP in many different ways. It is not just that you create an IP and keep it on the shelf. It is more than that. You should be able to sell that IP and you should be able to benefit from that IP. That is the important aspect. And this is something which comes to you once you experience the platform. Of course, there are awards up to 21 lakhs for students and around 60,000 for mentors who mentor those teams. So it is very important that you know it is a platform which is open for undergraduates to the PhD level students. And this is not, the next slide will tell you more about this. It would, it is not, you may say, constrained to one field. The next slide basically tells you more, this slide tells you more about the ideas. Where are the ideas coming from? So if you are able to correlate with this, you would come to know that we are already connected with 1 lakh students, 1 lakh plus students. And if you look at the kind of ideas that are coming in, it is coming from all the corners of India. This is truly uniting the nation. This platform has truly united the nation. It's not just a one area or one state kind of a contest. This is across India. And if you look at our resolve of getting the ideas, supporting them to incubation, there are 15 ideas which are already at TRL level 4 to 5. And there are around 3 ideas which are market ready at TRL level 8. What is this TRL level? All these jargons are going to be explained in this webinar. And definitely, you don't need to worry. This webinar will also be, this PPT will also be shared with you. It would be on the resources. So basically, you can always go back and have a look at this. Now, what is the contest about? The contest is called I Innovate. Basically, this is a systematic innovation process which has been laid out. And these are experiential learning. Experiential learning is where you don't actually mug up formulas and just put it up. It's not like that. You have to build something. You have to build something and understand the after analysis. You understand a lot on what that thing is, basically what that idea is serving. Is it serving a purpose or it is not serving a purpose? It also, now it also exposes. So there are a lot of people among us who feel that our idea is the best. Now it can come to the market. Before even coming to the market, if you come to KPIT Sparkle I Innovate contest and you submit the ideas, what happens next? There is a process, there's a systematic process in which we ask you things which are related to not just from you may say not just related to the innovation part of it or the technical part of it, but also about the business part of it. Now how is that going to happen? We are going to go through the in the due time, you'll come to know about it. But this is the most important part of I Innovate, where you are able to basically understand if this system or this idea that you have in mind is really able to come to the market. Is it having the X factor in it? Now we come to the slide which talks on who can participate. If you look into the participation, the students, it's from undergraduate level to the PhD courses in science, engineering, design, management. Even in sciences, you go to BSc, you go to those topics like where the sciences are coming into picture. Of course, we have not written each and every you may say degree or each and every field over here, but it means that you are able to come to the contest and participate. The students can participate either as an individual or as a team. Now, it is always good to participate in a team because you bring in strengths. If you look at any product, basically the product will not be, it will not be, you may say, looking at a product, you cannot say that this is only a mechanical engineering kind of a project. It has, if you look at a real product that you use in real time, you will find that there is a lot of things coming into it. It's not just electronics or mechanical. There are many other aerodynamics, many other things which come into it. So it is always good that you participate in a team and you participate with members who are having different strengths. This is very important. Different branches of the college, the education stream bring in different strengths. So see to it that your team members are not more than 5. The maximum number is 5, and basically you are actually having a mixed team. And it need not be from your college. You know that there are some students from the other college who are your friends and they are better in certain areas. You can definitely invite them to your becoming your team member. Now the participation process is where you visit the KPIT Sparkle website. You register you register everyone in the team should be registered individually. So basically, once you register inside the team leader, you can actually elect a team leader among you who would be the single point of contact with KPIT. And basically what happens is this team leader then invites all the pre-registered members to form the team. The way it happens is you select the category and subcategory you want to submit your ideas, and then you basically, there is a form which comes up, which is called, which is like a multiple choice questions form, which actually gauges your technical readiness level of the project. So what is this technology readiness level or technical readiness level of the project is basically what is the stage of your project right now. It is asking you questions, it is also guiding you a lot of things. It is actually telling you about what you should be achieving to cross a certain TRL level. So go through these questions, do not bluff, because we are going to ask you certain documents related to those TRL levels. Immediately when you look at the next slide, next step is submit simulation PPT. So this year, and even in the last year, we have found that doing a simulation is much more easy and much more cost effective rather than building a real time prototype from the scratch without knowing if the prototype will work or not. You are actually investing money. So you need to first test before you invest money in a real thing. You need to test your prototype. Now, how do you test your prototype? You are going to actually be supported by some tools. So definitely your colleges are having these tools with you, like the simulation tools, the CAD tools that are available. You would do a simulation which is at the actual size. So you don't scale down when you simulate. The actual size of the part, what you would be taking out, should be there, and it should be simulated. There should be a presentation showing your innovation and your advantage. That is the first thing. Second thing is about the assured framework. We will come to this point of assured framework because this is one of the key areas that we look to selection of the ideas. Okay. uh, what you need to do next is submit a photograph of your prototype and then submit your idea for the evaluation to top 100. Now, what is the top 100? The top 100 teams. So we usually in a year we get around 3,000 plus ideas. Those ideas are not, all of those ideas are not at a level where they can be supported. Most of the ideas have not, like, we feel that either there is a lack of mentorship which is not there in the team. That is the reason. There may be some other reasons. People are not able to express the ideas and show the innovation out upfront. So what is required, once you submit the ideas and you get selected in the top 100, there is another phase which starts. So this phase is basically where you are being asked to take you may say suggestions from mentors. Now, who are these mentors? These are mentors from the industry. These are mentors from academia. These are mentors from the incubation cells of colleges. So why are these mentors coming to you? These mentors are coming to you because in the next stage, basically you will be required for going through an incubation process, and this process is very important for any idea. And these incubation centers, these mentors are going to support you during that time. So that is the reason why we basically connect the mentors to the top 100 teams, and these top 100 teams basically have a lot of webinars which are going on related to their field. For example, they are working in motors or electric vehicle, then there will be some specific webinars given to them on how you are going to test a motor, how you are going to do some kind of a simulation over there. All these things are going to be done through a webinar. So these are the top 100 teams that we are talking of. So your aim first should be to get towards the top 100 teams. And how do you do that? Is through the process which I mentioned till now. Once this process is done and we get the top 100 teams and they are mentored, we actually select we give them a you may say a go ahead for the final prototyping. Now it depends on how the final prototyping will happen. Some people find it easy to make a real time prototype, whereas some other people, they find it easy to do a simulation and show the results. In both the cases, we are okay with it. We are saying that you should be able to showcase the innovation. That is the most important factor in this process. And once you do that, it should be submitted as a video, and this video basically goes to the selection of the finalists. And then the finalists are the people who present and actually start their journey. And always remember, the journey starts at the end of the finale. It is not ending at the end of the finale. The journey will just start, and I will come to that slide which talks about the journey. Now, what is virtual prototyping? I have touched upon this in the previous slide. Virtual prototyping is basically where you use softwares instead of going to a full time, a real time uh, hardware based prototype. We are asking you to first do the simulation in a software, and there are many such systems which are available for simulation, and you are able to do piece by piece simulation even in the softwares which are available with your you may say your with your you can actually do the simulation with your college. Okay. Here the mentors come into picture, the local mentors come into picture. It is very important that the local mentors also support you for this kind of a simulation. So definitely the colleges, I have been to n number of colleges. We used to go to so many colleges for the promotion. This year we are doing the promotion virtually, but everywhere where I went, they have a very superb lab, and basically all the softwares which are required to do some simulation. So the second point is very important. Small scale models or toy mechanisms will not be accepted as prototypes. This means basically, if you are doing a virtual validation, we expect you to do it in the real size, so that you come to know what are the drawbacks of your design. See, it is not something that you're going to manufacture right away. It is very important that you get an idea of what can be done, what cannot be done, and this helps you. This virtual prototyping helps you in that. I'll come to the next slide. The next slide is more on the timeline. Okay. The timeline is basically where we will be focusing on March to 31st August as the registration, idea submission, prototyping, and evaluation. Prototyping, I means the virtual prototyping, and the evaluation means the selection. So the first this works on the first come first serve basis. Suppose there is an idea lying in the portal, we are and it has a real time prototype, like a virtual validated prototype, which is there with the required presentations and other documents which are required. In that case, we give that idea the first preference to be evaluated. The way the process goes is, once the idea is evaluated, they get a larger amount of time to do the to do their second phase. Second phase is the most important phase. From July to December basically is the phase where basically teams are guided. Now, what does that mean? Once they are selected in the top 100, there will be some specific mentors who take up some webinars, who take up some knowledge sharing sessions with you on your project. The reason why it is very important is because you need to get to that space where you are actually able to demonstrate that the virtual validation that you have done is good enough to show the jury members that your product is different than what is available in the market. So this is very important. And then, of course, from February to March, there is a set of jury, not just the jury panel, but also the people who basically mentor you to a stage where you are able to present your final presentation to the jury, and that happens in the month of March. So that is the you may say the process. And once you are in the top 100, basically we also connect you to a lot of incubation centers. So it is the incubation thread separates from the thread of the finale. You will find that people who have not been selected in the finale also getting incubated in some place, some incubation center. That is because the track gets separated. Basically it means that you still can come to the finale and also be incubated at a certain place. So we are providing the necessary resources and necessary connections for getting your product to as early as possible to the market. So how do you get the product to the market? There has to be you may say some filters which the product goes through, and the moment the product goes through these filters, this would be the you may say the point where you actually come to know, yes, you are having a idea, but maybe the business plan is not good. You need to focus on the business plan, you need to do some changes. There is a lot of things which change. There may be a case where after validation you'd come to know that, even after validation you come to know that some specifications need to be changed in your model so that you get the ideal value that you're looking at. So all these changes are happening from July to December. So this phase is second phase is very important. Awards, this is, I think I have already touched upon this. So the awards, I think it's platinum, gold, silver, and most popular, and a total of this is basically around 21 lakhs. And there are also some prize money for the mentor of the team. So that because of the mentor, the team has come to a certain stage, and we need to actually recognize this. So this is usually a certificate plus the award is given to the mentors as well. And what is the most popular award is, I would say that this award is got through voting. So if you look at the way Sparkle is conducted, all the finale ideas get published on our portal, and this portal has a mechanism of basically upvoting. So there is a video, your video, a short video on what you have done, and there are some votes which you need to get on that video. And according to the highest vote, the person who gets the highest vote wins. So that is the way it actually works. Now we come to the core of this webinar, which is about mobility and energy for the future, and about the theme of KPIT Sparkle. So it is very important that you understand mobility is an important factor in the life of mankind. So if you look into mobility, how are we defining mobility? We are defining mobility in these areas, in these themes, like electric vehicle. If you look into electric vehicle, there are new motor designs, new motor control techniques, electric motor efficiency improvement, efficient thermal management systems, and like you may say, it would be for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and even four-wheelers. So basically it would be something like that. Now new motor designs, if you research more, we are moving from, say, you'll find that there are new types of motors which are coming into the market, into research itself. So till now you'll find that most of the motors are radial flux motors, but some of the motors which have recently come in are axial flux motors, which have a very great advantage over the radial flux motors. You should be looking into all those areas. There are different techniques for temperature control of these. So these are some areas in electric vehicles. In a hybrid electric vehicle, there is a supervisory control for HEV, which needs to be an important part, and new transmission design. In hydrogen fuel cell for automotive, you'll find that even I would like to mention that one of the teams had actually come very near to integrating this into a vehicle, but they were not able to integrate it. If someone are able to do it, it would be a real time thing. Hydrogen fuel cell for automotive. So integration of fuel cell stack in vehicle, alternative to Nafion membrane, and thermal management of fuel cell. These are some of the areas, and you don't need to worry. These things are going to be coming to you as webinars. We'll be having some experts speak on these areas. And if you are a part of KPIT Sparkle, if you have not registered till now, you should be registering, because these are the next areas of mobility. So machine learning and artificial intelligence, ML based diagnostics for EVs, deep learning for vehicle parking, etc. So there are telematics for two-wheelers and four-wheelers, in-car speech recognition, bike navigation systems, telematics for vehicle fleet operations, etc. So these are some of the areas. You'll find that road, vehicle, and passenger safety also have a very big importance in the area of mobility. And of course, smart helmets. There are different types of tires which come up, which may be deployed for reducing the tire bursts, better visibility, accident prevention, and of course, multimodal, a platform for multimodal transport is one more area. So if you look at charging infrastructure, I think that you already know that there is going to be a very huge shift from the conventional vehicle to the electric vehicles, and this is one of the areas where even the government is looking out for entrepreneurs who are able to do this. So these are the broad categories and areas in the area of mobility, but these are just pointers. I would like to say that this is not a fixed kind of a thing. It is the area in which some new innovation can come in. These are the most probable areas that you are able to innovate. So this is one of the things. And then if you look into the energy part of it, the energy storage technologies, one of the most crucial things for even electric vehicle. You look into low cost, novel, earth abundant electrode materials. You already know that lithium ion is the material which is used currently for most of the batteries, but it is not available in abundant, and there can be a monopoly in the future. So we have to come up with different materials and alternate to this material. Novel electrode architectures, solid electrolyte, again a very important area. I think a lot of research have been done in this area as well. If there are any IITs, IIMs, or even your institutes, even if there is some kind of a you may say a research going on, and you feel that this is different than what is available in the market, please do come to KPIT Sparkle. We welcome all such ideas. So, of course, energy generation technologies, hydrogen gas production and collection by using techniques related to biofuels. So these are some areas: improvement of hydrogen generation using electrolysis, high energy, high efficiency power generation techniques. So all these are you may say the areas in which energy can be not just stored but generated and you may say distributed. So these are the different areas. Renewable energy, again, a new materials in solar photovoltaics is something. Compressed air solutions, solid oxide fuel cells. I don't know if this may not be new, but Bloom Energy is one of the runners in this solid oxide fuel cell. You need to go to their website and have a look at it. Definitely all these areas, whatever we are showing right now, there would be speakers coming in and explaining them, each and every one, in deeper. For that, we will be dividing the people who are registered and submitting ideas into categories, and then the webinars will be scheduled for those categories who are having those ideas in that area. So that is the way it goes. And of course, I would like to remind you of some important rules. During registration, you should register before the deadline. You should provide authentic information. The reason being that we are going to, it is not a one way communication. We are going to hear from you as well. Or if I don't know if some of you might be from the previous Sparkle batch. So basically you might be knowing that we communicate a lot through our internal portal itself. We have a chat mechanism. If you give your mobile numbers different, your email address is different, a lot of communication get lost, and basically it is detrimental to your team if you are not getting the right communication or the right expectations that we set for you. Because no project is similar. For each of the project there are different goals which are set according to what the project is, and these need to be communicated to you, and that is the reason why we have to have this process in place, where you submit the authentic details to us. Now, during idea submission, you should go through all the theme and the category. Think of the idea that aligns in one of the category. It is very important. Discuss the idea with the mentor or professor for better, you may say, communication. Not just knowing what that person is telling you, but also to know if there is certain X factor which is coming out of this discussion. So it becomes a very important thing. You need to have a multidisciplinary team, and this is also very important for you. Now, all these things are available as rules. This is some of the glimpse of what happened last year. So we had these honorable jury panel and as well as chief guests. So basically, we would want to give you a platform where you are getting recognized by one of the best people in India, and of course, you should be knowing about the incubation story. So as I said, I had actually said that the story starts after the end of the contest. These are the people who started their journey, and they are now at a very good position. They are working on their own startup. And if you look at the people over here, most probably I wanted to show this slide because you look at their prototypes, and we will be arranging you may say webinars along with them for for them to show you their current status. You will find that they have come from the very scratch, if that is the right word. And it is the determination that actually we will win, and it is the determination that we will be able to. It is not about winning the contest. Most of them have not won the contest. They were in the finale, some were even in the top 100. So basically, the message over here is all the top 100 teams get a chance to talk to an incubation center to let them get to that point where they are getting incubated. It is only like it is only to you and your team where you want to draw the line. The sky is the limit in KPIT Sparkle. So this is one of the things that I wanted to show. Again, you may say a slide which actually shows the recent, you may say, funded projects which came up. So this is very important for you to learn and understand, is because this whatever pictures, whatever prototype photos I'm showing you right now is the scratch. They have built it from scratch. It is very important that you understand that they didn't have this initially. They started it by coming through KPIT Sparkle. They started working on it and they were able to come out with something. And these are the basically the people who are taking it forward. And this is the connect, this is the story which actually needs to be known to you, because this is the CSR activity that KPIT does. We actually help people to understand what their ideas can manifest to some product, to some service. So this is the part of CSR. It's not just about conducting a contest and giving out prizes. That's not the ultimate goal of so we go to the next slide. So as I said, success is a journey and not a destination. We should be knowing that how you are going to actually come out with your project. So assured framework, this was actually proposed by Dr. Mashelkar. I hope there may be some lags in the internet, but don't worry about it. We are still have recording this, so you will be able to see everything. So assured framework is something on affordability. At this stage, the team has to have the information on the final cost outline and can compare with existing alternatives. This is the expectation of affordability. When you look at scalability, what is scalability? There is a plan which is presented on how scalable the product or the service can be reached in a specific time. So the scalability has not just the numbers, but it also has a time axis in which these things can be done. And it should also show the partnerships that you can create. You can create networks. These are the things that are being asked. Sustainability is the idea should be standalone. It does not require a policy push. It can create a social impact. Now sustainability, if you look at it, we also have a lot of webinars which talk about the, you may say, the sustainable development goals of countries. You know about it. If you are not aware of it, you should be googling it. You will be able to understand what sustainability means. Universal is how easy it is for the customer to integrate it to something, and how good is the user experience. So these are the you may say the dimensions that are getting evaluated. And there is a lot of, it's not just getting evaluated, it is like people, the mentors are giving you directions or giving you some information so that you come up with better alternatives to your plan. So the next thing is about rapid is about how easy the customer and consumer experience in implementation on ground. Is it easily integrated to the current scenario? All these things. Or definitely there is a webinar for this which is arranged, which actually tells you about all these different dimensions in a greater depth. And where can you find this webinar? Basically, this can be found in the resources page. So if you go into KPIT Sparkle, you will find a page which is talking about resources, helpful resources. And basically, if you are registered as a team and you go inside, you'll find a lot more which is related to you, basically. And these things are kept in your resources inside your team page. Basically, you are able to go through those videos and understand Excellence is where the idea, technology, process is aligned with the next practice. The next practice is where you are able to define innovation or invention. In fact, it is more about getting in the invention factor in over here. And distinct is where the you may say the idea is different than all the other available alternatives. It could be a business plan, it could be the way the webinar started with a slide from the Virgin Galactic mission. So you understood that is a space tourism kind of a concept, and it is a concept right now, but it the people have started working towards it, and they have actually had the first visitor. Of course, it is the founder himself, but then you have to understand, you have to create systems which are we focus on systems which can be integrated into the current scenario and create value for people. Now, how do you create value for people? This is also one very important objective of KPIT Sparkle and the I Innovate platform, to let you know how you are going to create value. So for that, we actually have something as important as this technology readiness level charts. So basically, you need to first understand the I Innovate journey comes to the you may say the large scale prototype at TRL 5. You are able to see from zero, it's an idea. One is a basic research that you do. Two is technology formulation. Third TRL levels is needs validation. Fourth is a small scale prototype, and fifth is a large scale prototype. Now, the I Innovate journey is till the TRL level 5. There you have a large scale prototype which is tested in an intended environment. Now, how do you do that? You do so I have explained to you how we are supporting you to do it through virtual prototyping, through first understanding the flaws of the system, to first understanding if really you are able to make the product viable for the market. There are other mechanisms which are also going to be shown to you, how you innovate, how do you do that, how you find out a business case, about how you create a market fit. All these things are going to come in the I Innovate journey itself. In fact, it would be like when you are in the incubation center or the pre-incubation, where you are creating a prototype system and demonstrating a system. You will come to know that we have already given you the information regarding how good or how bad your system would be. We already have given you all the information regarding the process that would happen, the next steps that you should be taking. All these things are known to you at this stage. Now, this is the technology readiness level that I had talked about, and there are some questions which are being asked at each stage. So you have a questionnaire. I told you about a multiple choice question, which is given, which when you answer, basically we come to know that you need to be uh, evaluated at a certain level. So don't bluff around over there, because we are going to ask you a lot of questions regarding whatever you answer over there. So it would be good for you. Think of it as if you are, here is nothing, here there is nothing like pass or fail. Entrepreneurship is a process and it is a learning. In fact, you will find that people learn a lot after they go through this process of KPIT Sparkle. They are able to pivot their ideas. A lot of things happen after KPIT Sparkle. So you need to understand the process. This is one of the things that we teach you. Second thing is about, since and we believe that since you have taken out so much time, you should also be knowing about this. Now, what I would do is that I would also ask all the people who have actually come for the webinar to take this small app which is there. It's an educational app. There are no such advertisements or something inside it. It is just about TRIZ. How do you use TRIZ? This is a systematic innovation method, and most probably I have seen that it is not included in any of the technical education streams. So it is very important. You need to understand how we'll be taking a case study about a vertical axis turbine. This is one of the turbines which are getting which is currently being incubated at Bhau Institute, and what we will be doing is we will be going through this app and understanding what the app gives us as output. So suppose a person doesn't know about how to innovate. I would like to tell you that there are only 40 ways a human mind can think, and these are basically patterns. These come in patterns, and when you look at the patterns, you will exactly come to know what it means. So first of all, I would like to ask all of you to download this app, and then what we will be doing is we will be trying to solve this turbine, understand how we can innovate in this turbine, and come up with an initial solution with TRIZ and compare it to a solution which the team has proposed. And what we will do is that, first of all, there is a little more thing you need to know, that every system, everything is a system. If every kind of a thing is an engineering system. So you need to know a little bit about technical contradiction. Technical contradiction means there are two forces, or two things which are opposing each other, two parameters which are opposing each other. When one parameter goes up, the other parameter goes down, and that is the technical contradiction here. In this case, if you take a application of a turbine, you'll find that the air which fills in, so the red arrows are the air which fills in the blade to try to make it move, and the blue arrows are the resistance of the airflow. So now strength is a parameter where the blade gets affected. If there is more airflow from one side, the blade will try to bend. So this is the technical contradiction. We want to improve the parameter of the turbine. If there is a high airflow, now how do you do that? How do you go towards this kind of a objective? So we go to the next slide to come to this. Now, once you are inside the application, you need to go into the 40 principles, inventive principles, and basically, if you go into the contradiction matrix, which is 39 by 39 contradiction matrix, which is written over here, and then you put in the improving feature as the speed of the turbine that you want to increase, and then you also write down the feature which is getting deteriorated, which is the strength. And now this is the contradiction, and what you get to see is some kind of, you may say, uh, cards which are getting green in color. So these are the cards which you should be flipping. If you go to each card, if you click on the card, you will come to know what is the meaning of that card. Also, when you go into this, there is another. If you look into the right side of the page, so basically I have taken a screenshot where which highlights four sets of improvement inventive principles. Now you are able to see there are quality, quantity, structure, and form is which is the closest thing that you need to address in a turbine. So basically, when you look into this, you will come to know that there are certain cards which are telling you on what you should be doing. So for example, spheroidicity is, or curvature is, something which is telling you to make the blades curved. Second thing is, segmentation is telling you to do some kind of a segment of that blade. It is taking out is something, the picture itself is self-explanatory. You are able to understand what that means. Local quality means something to do with a local part of the structure. Asymmetry means there has to be asymmetric, so it is shown. So these are some of the inventive principles. There is also some composite material that you can do. So this is also something which is coming up in the TRIZ itself. The app is directly giving you the outcomes of this. Now when you look into the context of the turbine, and you find out what are the principles that can be applied to this. Now you are also able to see this green card, which is copying. Copying is about, basically, if you look into the card, it says that you need to create a virtual twin or virtual thing which can be experimented with and made, you may say, you can make it, you can optimize it and then go for a final part. So that is what is copying, which means. And if you look into all this and you go to the next slide, the way it has been used, the so if you look into what the people have come up with, it is similar to what the TRIZ has thrown out as pointers. TRIZ will never throw out any solutions. It will just give pointers. Now, how do you use the pointers is your understanding of TRIZ. And how do you understand TRIZ? This is a very simple app which tells you about how to understand the different ways that a person can think to come out of come out of a problem. So the way you have done, you'll be able to see that segmentation is there. There is something called taking out. So if you see the left side, that was the first aerofoil which they created. And if you see the right side, that is the evolution of the aerofoil which is happening, which actually is in encompassing all the cards which are being shown right now. If you look into it, there is something which is coming out of this, and the main thing that is coming out of this is basically they are able to increase their efficiency by using this kind of a blade. Now, how is this contradiction solved? We need to definitely come to the answer how this contradiction was solved. So if you look into this picture, which is a patented design. Now I'm saying that I have taken their permission to show this and then showing you this. If you look into the turbine, now you see there are gaps between the surfaces. So what is being done is the resistance air is being vented out. Basically, if you look into it, there is the resistance due to the nose. There is an aerofoil which is spheroidal in shape, which is actually cutting the air from the front end. And if you look into it, there is a gap which is allowing the air to pass in through the spacers. Basically, the gray element is called the spacer, and the orange element is called the nose. So if you look at it, how they have invented, this is how you invent a form. And now the next part is, so this, if a person who doesn't know TRIZ has to innovate, still he can innovate, because that is the only way that the human mind thinks. There are only these 39 or 40 principles basically which are being used. These are the ways that you use for basically coming out with a solution, and all those have been documented well in the app, and you can actually refer that app. Now, similar case is about the business part of it. Now, when you look at the business part of it, we have some built-in aspects in the Sparkle, you may say, platform itself, which pushes you to the edge to understand what this is. So if you look at the left side, that's the value proposition canvas. There you have a customer who you want to define as wants, fears, and needs of the customer, and you want to pair your products, benefits, features, and experience to create a real market fit. Now, definitely there is another webinar for this, and definitely you will be able to get to this. How do you do this? And once you are able to do this, you are going to the next phase, which is more on a business canvas to make your business canvas. So this canvas actually tells you more about if your business is really going to have an edge or not. So there are some tools which are like Lean Canvas is one of the tool that we use in KPIT Sparkle, and basically it is available to you. And this was invented. It has been proposed by Ash Maurya, which is again, it is something which has been, you may say, adapted from the business model canvas. And this is something which is very good, you may say, indicator if the business proposal is, uh, you may say, uh, doable or not. So these are the inbuilt things that you will learn in KPIT Sparkle. And so with that, I would like to tell you about who and how, and about the institutions, how we are able to collaborate. So this is basically, we are looking out for people, we are looking out for our collaboration. uh, we are looking out for professionals and academicians who can become mentors to improve the local quality. We can actually have academia who can refer good quality ideas and projects in research inside the theme. So suppose there is a very good project happening at your institute, you should be referring it to KPIT Sparkle. That is the first thing that you should be doing. We are looking out for that, we are open for that. Institutions who want to promote this event in their campus, we do a lot of promotion virtually. Initially we used to do it through, you may say, going to that institute, but right now we are doing it through virtual campaigns. You may say, incubation centers who would want to incubate ideas from KPIT Sparkle are welcome to this platform. We would want to connect to as many people as possible. Usually the academics and, you may say, institutions have also a incubation wing which is attached to it, and we are looking out for collaboration over there. Professionals and professors who can guide students via webinars on the theme. If there is a professor who would want to devote some time for some kind of a webinar, we are definitely wanting to connect with them. If it is in a certain area, we definitely want to do that, because these are real time things. It is beyond the engineering thing. It is beyond just the line where everything is theoretical. This is more on the practical side. We want people to actually, the industry people also, to come forward and connect with us. And of course the student teams who have a game changing idea. So this is the most important. The student teams who really have a game changing idea need to submit. So with that, we are connecting with colleges for promoting this innovation platform, and you can connect us at our website. Do follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Basically, our email addresses, there is only one email address which is there: KPIT Sparkle 2022 @kpit.com. For all the queries, this is the only mailbox that you should be connecting to. We will be seeing to it that we connect with you whenever we get a mail from you to connect. We will arrange the next process. So with that, I think I would like to open for some questions and answers. If you have any, you can definitely put it on the chat. And definitely, I'm looking at even the Facebook screen as well as the screens. So any questions, we can definitely answer them. Uh, my team will also send me the data to to get your queries answered. So yes, I think yes. Any questions?